Hello, everyone. This is John Screaming Eamon here with Raaf from AnomiC. Raaf, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. Thank you, John. Thanks for having me.
You're
Honor.
very welcome.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for joining. Who rounds out the band? Who do we have?
Me, you mean? What do I do in the band?
Yeah, and who else do we have in a band?
At the moment, nobody. It's just me talking to you, but the other guys, are busy. But I'm the
Okay.
founder. I'm the guitarist. I'm vocalist, one of two vocalists, main composer at the moment. I started the band, the founder of Anomic. So, Raf, that's
All
who you
right.
have at the moment.
Good. So new music coming out, right?
Yeah.
Talk about it. Let's hear.
All right. The Spider's Code, the new album, will be out. Well, it was supposed to be out in July, but some delays, with labels and some studio shit. It should be out late August, beginning of September, we hope. We released 3 singles from the new album, Ode to Them, End the Plague, and recently The Fatal Cure. The album is kind of like, it's not a concept album, but more of a thematic album. The songs are
Okay.
kind of connected. So the spider's code is like a connotation of, the system. The spider is the system, basically, and how the
Yeah.
system, spreads the web far and wide, and it's in every aspect of our lives. I was studying filmmaking when I was recording, composing this album, and it just hit me like I want to do something like that, not a story, like a storyline, but I want to have the songs connected with each other. And I was getting like all these articles we were reading about, the new system and the globalization and the new world order and all of that, and how, the system is just like it has infiltrated every aspect of our lives. Like it's in our medicine, it's in our food,
Yeah.
in our clothes, in our cat food, even in everything you buy, everything you do, there's part of the system in it. So it's like the spider's web has been weaved, to consume and to surround everything we do. So I felt like I want to just do like every song as one of the aspects, with which the system controls us. So one song attacks the media, one song attacks big pharma, one song attacks, the renewable energy and the Elon Musks and all of that shit. So for me, they're all con men. They're all fucking just business,
Yep.
assholes. Don't care about the people. Any, deal they make, to convince you that they're doing it for you, it's not right. So they just keep, hypnotizing you. And then at the end, we have like the song before last is called Liquefied, which is how
Okay.
the spider, eats its prey after it,
Yeah.
just weaves the web around it, and then it liquefies its organ. It doesn't eat it. It actually
Yeah.
liquefies it and leaves it as a hollow shell, which is
Yep.
the title of the last songs, Hollow Shells. So that's how the system leaves us, basically. It surrounds you and, just suffocates you and then liquefies your organs, leaving you a hollow shell. So Anomic basically is a very pessimistic band, apocalyptic, nihilistic. There's no
Yep.
happy ending, no nothing like that. It's just radical realism, basically. So yeah, it's again, the songs are connected in terms of themes, that we are all
Okay.
slaves to the system in different ways and the aspects of the system control.
All right. Well, how'd you come up with the name Anomic?
The name, because I wanted to do like a thrash death metal band, and usually a lot of the thrash names, they tend to be either like some destruction type or some political thing. I wanted to include a little bit more like personal inner thoughts, like more morbid thoughts and yeah, like sickness of the human brain and all of that. So I wanted it to be
Okay.
more personal than just anomic means socially chaotic, socially
Yep.
ostracized, something like that. So I wanted to include those elements also, that the human aspect, not just the politics and the ideologies and all of that. So yeah, I thought anomic is like a socially uh, ostracized human, and we have the guy hanging from the noose, in the M,
Yep.
like the mascot. So yeah, I felt like it gives, rounds up the pessimism pretty well. That
Yeah.
was my yeah.
So, any shows you got coming up?
Yeah, actually, next weekend we have a festival called Dogzilla Metal Fest here in Breda in Holland, which is a festival that I'm organizing. Me and a friend of mine from our friends, another band called Sayas, their singer and me, we are organizing this. We're playing with all Dutch bands. There's a Disquiet headlining, which is kind of a big band because they have one of the guitarists of the band is the guitarist of Legion of the Damned, which is kind of a known Dutch band. And then the week after, we are playing with Legion of the Damned, and we're playing with Firtan and a few other bands in another festival called Rosendahl Open Air. We have also in Germany on the 18th of September, we are playing a sold-out festival in Schrobenhausen called Metal am Void, headlining Grand Magus, Triumpher, Suidakra was on the bill, but I think they dropped out now. Nornir, it's like a 2-day festival. Yeah, so we have like 20 shows coming, 22 shows. We're playing in Germany. Quite, yeah. And I'm organizing another festival in Belgium on the 3rd of October. We got Matt from Germany, old school Black and Death with Egyptian themes and stuff. Belgian Fractured Insanity are with us also. So yeah, we're playing quite some shows, 22 shows this year. And
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good. So let's talk about where you can get your merch.
Through email at the moment, because Bandcamp is like there's a little bit of a legal hassle to do all the return policy, all the tax returns and tax with this and tax that, and inside Europe, outside Europe. So we decided for now, anomicofficialband@gmail.com. Just send an email. We will send the package. It's easier to communicate this way. I check the email every day.
Yeah. All right. So when you're writing songs, what do you start with, the riff or do you start with the lyrics? Do you have something in mind?
No formula. It happens, like spontaneously. Sometimes I'm just in the mood for like an idea is coming to my mind. I'm watching something and then an idea comes, like a theme of a song. So I just swirl it in my head, like, I will target it from this way, this angle. And then does it feel melodic? Does it feel aggressive? Does it feel groovy? How would the vibe be for this kind of topic? And sometimes I'm just playing, again, spontaneous, just record, practicing. And then I come up with a cool riff and I go, this is aggressive. This should talk about, I don't know, like a human sacrifice or human trafficking. Like it's very aggressive. Let's target something. Sometimes it's sad. I say, let's talk about maybe grief, like mourning and grief. Let's target that topic. So it depends really. I don't like to follow one formula. I let the creativity flow, again, spontaneously. No contrived shit.
All right. Talk about the Blood Is Mine.
Yeah.
That song for me really stands out.
Why? What stands out in it?
It kicks you in the nuts. I mean, it's heavy as hell. It's a brutal song.
It is. So. But interestingly, that's the only song on the EP that doesn't have a blast beat. But correct. It is heavy as fuck indeed. And it has like the midsection is very doomy and just like menacing. I know what you mean. The Blood Is Mine. Yeah, that riff was composed, I think, probably 6-7 years ago. And I had it, on one of my folders, the main riff. And I thought, I want to build a song around this riff. I want it different from Opacity and On Deaf Ears. They were more fast and, thrashy and all of that. Yeah. I wanted one that is more blues. I don't want to say bluesy, but has like a little bit of Megadeth groove. Yes, like the Peace Cells, era of Megadeth, maybe Rust in Peace. So I thought, I want to build a song around that. And lyrically, it's just talking about soldiers when they go to war. And the song is kind of a story. Like the assault, you don't understand in the beginning what's going on. It's just a guy that is hallucinating and stuff. And then he starts to realize that he got shot and he's on the floor, in the battlefield and he's dying. And that's why this blood is mine. He's realizing this is my blood.
Yeah.
And and at the end, instead of him like regretting that he's dying for a meaningless cause, he's grinning and smiling like, I'm gonna die for what I believe in. Again, like this band is really pessimistic. I'm trying to show the darker side of people. I don't want to show, that the guy is dying and thinking, oh, what have I done? This has been done. This has been said. I know I want it even darker and more pessimistic. So the guy is still believing that he's dying for a cause that he has nothing to do with. So you're dying in vain and you're still embracing it. So like that's how I have no sympathy for soldiers. Just simple as that. you accepted the war, you agreed to go to it, well, go and fucking die. I don't care one bit. So yeah, it's it again, it starts, with like a horror esque theme or aesthetic to it. So someone, in a closed room and everything and voices and all that, but it's just hallucination. I think it was kind of inspired by the movie Stay. I don't know if you've
Okay.
seen Stay, from Naomi Watts and Ryan Gosling. Yeah, the whole movie is like that. The guy is just a guy who's dying. He's an accident. The whole movie is his hallucination,
That
his last moments of creating stories from the people that are actually around him while he's dying in the street. The people he doesn't know, never seen
yeah.
before, and he created all this scenario, between them and him and all of that. So it's like the last moment of your life, the hallucination. So I kind of got, the inspiration from that, I guess.
Okay. What about End the Plague? Because that one is I fucking love
That's
that one
pressure.
too. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's from the new album. This one is from the new album. This is about nature. This is about what humans are doing to nature, and just nature avenging itself. Just I'm coming for you. I'm no sympathy, no mercy, no trace, no sound. It's just going in, and the whole song you will see like I'm using the word she. So
Yeah.
yeah, she's bringing death to you all, aching to devour you all. Entire cities to the ground, swift and clean embrace, no trace, no sound. So it's just coming in
Yeah.
for the kill. So yeah,
All
again,
right.
my anger with people that they are destroying nature as they are, and I'm just impersonating nature, what it would do, how much hate it would have. I put
Yeah.
my hate in her hate.
Yeah. Mother Nature could wipe us out quick if she wanted
Exactly, exactly.
Yep.
And we are just so arrogant that we don't see it. I
Yeah.
like a verse actually in that song. I was very proud that I wrote that. I said, "You never thought of thinking twice. Literally, you're walking on thin ice."
to.
So,
Okay.
like, from the North Pole and all of that, but it's also, you're walking on thin ice. So I like to play on those words, and I felt like, yes, this conveys the whole
It
theme of the song. Yeah,
definitely conveys a message. Yeah.
thank you.
So,
Yeah,
so is there a line you won't cross lyrically?
no, actually, on the next album, I got a couple of really like kind of I think it's shocking, and maybe some people cringe, but I don't
Okay.
care. I want it to be like that. But the thing is, I don't shoot down. I don't hit, like, I shoot up. Like they say, stand-up comedians, they don't punch down, they punch up. So I
Yep.
punch up. I don't punch the the innocent. I just target assholes. Even not
Yeah.
within governments, but even within life, like normal people. But if they're assholes, no
Go,
line.
go for the throat.
Yeah, absolutely. But jugular.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what album really influenced you to start playing?
Music generally, that's impossible. But I would say, because I listen to everything. I listen to The Doors and Pink Floyd and Marillion and all the 60s and 70s, to the blackest black metal you can think of, like
Yep.
Marduk, Dark Funeral, and all of that. So everything in between. But I would say, the if I would think of inspirations, like for example, for my way of singing, I would always say I'm inspired by Chuck Schuldiner. Obviously, Chuck is a big inspiration of his emotions and vocal delivery. Mikhail Stana from Dark Tranquility, very inspirational, and John Nodvit from Dissection. The way he had this anger and this seething venom coming out of him. I like those, and Danny Filth in a way, like the narrative aspect of Danny Filth, how he narrates and changes, like so all these lower tones. I like to use that in some songs. Musically, I would say, it's a mix of like death metal. Like Monstrosity is my favorite death metal band because it's very overlooked, very underrated, the underdog of the Florida scene, I think. And it's a factory of awesome musicians that came out of this band, like George Fisher obviously was in Monstrosity. So I love Monstrosity. You have then Dark Tranquility from the Melodic Death and At the Gates. I love them. And then you have the thrash. I like Coroner. I like Atheist. I like Testament. So yeah, Bolt Thrower. I love Bolt Thrower and Morbid Angel. So if you combine all of that, I think their work, their classic work, all of these bands, are my main
influence you.
with Slayer, of course, and Death, and the big names. But deep cuts would be Coroner, Monstrosity, Ball Thrower, Malevolent Creation. Even I love Malevolent. You're from the East Coast, right?
No, I'm actually northern Michigan, like right on
I'm
Lake
Michigan.
Superior.
You're Michigan. All right,
Yeah.
awesome. Oh,
So,
you have a lot of things going on, man. Huh?
we don't have a whole lot. I got to drive about 8 hours to go see a show
Oh
most
no,
of
I
the
mean
time.
the events, the political events where you are, because I've been
Not
watching.
so much, not right up north where I'm at so much.
All right.
Downstate. I'm in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, so
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm way up on right on Lake Superior. So
All right. All right. All right.
but so what's more important for AnomiC sound? Is it the atmosphere, brutality, or is it a combination?
Nice question. Atmosphere and brutality. The most important thing, I think, for us, for me at least, when I started the band, I want to convey real anger. That
Gotcha.
for me is important, whether it's lyrically, musically, atmospherically, anything you want to say, but real rage, like real pissed off. Again,
Yeah.
one of our main like things that we have to put forward all the time, the pessimism.
Yeah.
Pessimism all the way, nihilism all the way. So if we can convey that through atmosphere, through lyrics, through delivery, through aggression, it's all good. Because like I said, Blood Is Mine is a little bluesy. It has a little like pentatonic scale, the main riff of it. It's not really aggressive, like like brutal, but it has heavy moments that the doomy section and the slow section. But the words, you can feel there's I think anger in the words. So we were able to convey through atmosphere more than speed, I would say, on Blood Is Mine.
All right. So where do you see AnomiC in 5 years or 10 years?
In the US, playing Milwaukee Metal Fest or Maryland Death Fest or something.
Oh yeah.
If they allow us to come, if they give us visas. But we probably have 2 more albums, maybe 3, hopefully. We are targeting bigger festivals now. Obviously, we want to play Stonehenge here, Dynamo. Those are like iconic festivals. I'm targeting also Grass Pop, Alcatraz. But I definitely want to go to the US, to Mexico, to Canada, all those places, in the American peninsula, basically, the continent. So for me, I just, as far as possible, playing with all my heroes, opening for them. I would like to play with Nile. I would like to play with Vader. I'd like to play with, if we get to the Cannibal Corpse level, also to play with them, that would be awesome. So for me, it's just keep going. There's no stopping. I'm just keep composing, writing, and playing live. So
all right. So, well, you did kind of hit my next question on head. I was going to ask you what 3 bands would be your dream tour.
Oh, dream tour in one go? No, I think it would be different. It would be. I'll put Monstrosity over there, of course. I'll put Carcass, and I would put, just to change it up, I'll put Severe Torture. So no, Obscenity from Germany. So it would be us, then Obscenity, then Monstrosity, then Carcass headlining.
Right. Yeah, I did get a chance to see Monstrosity this year at Milwaukee Metal Fest, and damn,
I know.
That new album is insane.
It's insane. I got to see them last year or the year before. I think the year before. They came here also with Origin. They played with Origin. They were touring Europe, and I went twice to see them. That was my first time ever to see them live. Yeah, they were killer. That's before the new album, though. But the new album, fantastic stuff.
Well, so do you prefer being in studio or do you prefer being on stage?
No, on stage. I love studio. I love composing and all of that, but it's not the recording process that bothers me. It's everything around it. The editing and the waiting and the listening to the songs 10, 15, 100 times, like, oh my God. Like, as you ask any musician, they will tell you they cannot listen to their shit anymore after the album is out. They can't go back to it. I've
heard that a few times.
It's just unbelievably frustrating that you hate your songs at the end of the process, So playing them live would redeem that, you just yeah, you would go and play them, people watching, and you interact. That's better. But I love recording and I love composing. But I don't like the
Yeah.
process of having to listen to them over and over and edit this and push this left and push this right. This is late. Put layering here. But that is
Yeah.
tedious as fuck. So yeah, that makes this.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Shit. So you get a really, really insane pit at your shows, I take it?
Sorry?
Do you get an insane pit at your shows?
Happened a few times. Yeah. And in the beginning, I mean, people still didn't know us. You know, the first show we played was 2025 in July 2025, a year ago. That was our first show with this band. I played shows with other bands, but this one specifically. So in the beginning, people were still, testing the waters. Who are these guys? And we were kind of stiff in the beginning, trying to get acclimated to each other on stage and all that. But after like 10 shows, 15 shows, yeah, we started to have pits. We started to have stage diving and crowd surfing and the whole 9 yards. Yep.
How fun is that for you as a musician to watch your fans get that?
Dude, we actually go in with them. Like at
some
point, yeah, there's a song we play Sodom cover. We play a Tombstone, and in that song, me and the other guitarist, we actually in the midsection, we literally go into the crowd and we headbang with them and just mosh with them and
that's cool as shit.
They just keep them get them going. And our singer would go, just freely and starts hitting them and pushing them. Yeah, when Sodom comes, there's a party. Everyone knows now.
Yeah. All right. You got to get some video posted of that.
Yeah, we have. I'll send you a couple of videos
cool.
from that. Yeah. You'll see us with the crowd and headbanging and shit. Yeah.
All right. So finish the sentence. AnomiC is
pissed off.
Just pissed off. All right.
How long do you want the sentence to be?
No, that's fine. That works.
For me, that's it. That's what it is.
All right, cool. Last one. Well, two things. What's your take on the use of AI in music? I'm asking everybody this question just because I'm getting some mixed.
I know. I got someone also who's a great guy, but he does AI and he says, I do it. I'm telling you, I do it. And he asked me the same question. AI in composing music is a no. AI in composing art, no. It helps you technically, mechanically with certain shit. You want to research something, quickly on Google. You want to get information. All right, that's cool. But as long as there are painters, as long as there are musicians, it's a no. When we all die and we're extinct, no more artists, use AI. If nobody knows how to play music anymore or draw a picture anymore, fine, do AI. But as long as there are people who need it, dude, I mean, I do most of my shit, I do it on Fiverr. Right, especially in the beginning. Fiverr has like thousands and thousands of struggling artists from fucking Uzbekistan and India and Bangladesh, and they're fucking talented as shit. And they ask like $10, $15 for like a poster for a show or an artwork. They charge you $50 for an artwork, like a really decent artwork. Like look at the new AnomiC artwork, the Spider's Code. That cost me $70.
No shit.
And he drew it. Yeah, I have videos of him drawing it like digitally, but he's a talented motherfucker. He's from Mexico. So if there are people like that, you give them $50, it could pay their fucking rent for a month. So why not? Right?
Yeah. Just $50 is nothing for that.
No, it's nothing at all. And posters for shows like flyers, sometimes it costs you $10. They do something quick. $10, if you divide them by the whole lineup, it's like €3 per band. It's what you give to a delivery guy when they deliver. For me, as long as they're artists, just don't go cheap. Don't do the.
Do me a favor, please. Put that link on the bottom comment section when I get this posted on Facebook.
Which link?
The one for the artists.
You mean the one who did the artwork for us?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll do design. He's from Mexico. Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that way we give them a shout out too. So
yeah, man. Yeah. He deserves it. At some point, I told him, dude, you deserve a lot more. You're asking for $70. And you know what he did? Behind every song, he drew a picture because I wanted that. Behind every song, I want a picture that talks about the song. Like the Fatal Cure, we have the Pharma. So I wanted like a needle with blood and stuff like that. He drew it like separately. And you have the Ode to Them. If you see it on Spotify, there's a hand coming out of a TV.
Yeah.
He drew that. That's like a separate thing. And he was going to take the same thing, 70. I told him, dude, I'll give you 100. This is crazy. He drew 11 paintings besides the artwork.
That's a no-brainer, right?
Bucks. Yeah, for $100. I'm like, again, no AI, man. With these people existing and they're so talented like that, you don't need it yet. You don't need it yet.
No. Yeah, I hear you. All right, Raaf, do you have a message for your fans before we go?
Support the underground. It's not just my fans. So every fans or our fans. I don't have fans. I have supporters. I have friends. I don't like the word fans. But to all the people that listen to this music, just support the underground, man. It's getting harder and harder for bands to prosper and to, we don't want to make a living out of it. We know that it's too late. We're not Behemoth. We're not Cannibal. So, but just to get the word out, get the music out, make the artists feel good about their art, that they've spent some time composing and wanting to, send it to the world and share it with the world. So buy their stuff, try to, share their stuff, and to the musicians, keep going. Don't give up. You have to find tricks in the market. You have to find ways to promote yourself. Don't settle for the traditional ways because things have changed. So, yeah.
All right. Raaf, it's been a pleasure chatting with you tonight.
Same here, dude. Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Keep thrashing.
Yeah, we will.
We'll be in touch, sir.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too, brother. You too.
Thank you.